So, I just want to start this video off by saying thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. And I realize to a lot of people this probably doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't punching the air like an insane person in my graphic design class when I saw that we reached 100. I'd originally told myself I was going to do something for my first 100, but as you probably guessed, I ran out of time. So instead, I decided to celebrate hitting 100 by expanding on the video that got me there, since it is my most liked video. So I'm here to announce the start of this channel's first series, Troll or Viable. This series where I'll play 2 games with both a normal and a troll build for champion, after which I'll compare them and give you my thoughts on if the build is viable or a waste of time. With that introduction out of the way, I figured the best way to start off the new series was with my personal favorite Jhin build, Movement Speed Jhin, or as I like to call it, Zeal Jhin. Because all you do is open the shop, look up Zeal, slap a Gale Force and Berserkers on there, and boom, that's your build. Small side note here, Riot actually just reworked one of the items in this build, Mortal Reminder, to get rid of its Zeal passive in turn for giving it Armor Pen. So it's not showing up here, but it is in the build if you want to recreate it. But if you want to go more into movement speed, then you can change it to like a Ghost Blade. Anyway, back to the video. And thanks to all the amazing feedback I got from last video, I decided to grab this build off u.gg this time, serve as the normal Jhin build, since I think we all know by now that the Mordekaiser build I chose for the last video wasn't exactly normal. So I'm hoping this build will give us more of an accurate depiction of just what normal or meta Jhin can do, so we have a better comparison. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the first game of normal Jhin.
Target locked.
I'm trolling so hard with this. Bro, how am I so bad? Dude, man.
Huh? What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
What are they doing? No. No. Fine. We work together. Careful on your toes. feel like I should be stronger than she is.
Oh shit.
Another skill. Bro, that's your plan? Really? It's just an infinitely seemingly like that?
A dubious little creature getting up to mischief.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this build is viable. While attempting to make a pros and cons list to help me better explain why I think this build is viable, there was only one real con I can think of, which was the damage. While on the surface, the damage drop-off is noticeable, but not that big a deal. I mean, yeah, you don't two-shot almost every champion now, but 90% of the roster can't do that, and they're still fine. The main problem with this build is the damage to tanks. Moreover, this build can't kill tanks. While I was fortunate enough not to play into any real tanks while I was recording, it can easily take 3 rounds or 12 shots to kill a tank. And that's depending on which tank you're playing against. If you decide to run this build with 300 armored Jack Show Ornn, you might as well just start maxing your E so you can tickle him with AP damage instead. Moving on to the pros, the first and most obvious one is the mobility. There's not really much to say about this, as it kind of speaks for itself, but I will add, for people who don't think that the movements people matter that much in like an actual game, there were definitely times where I wouldn't have gotten a kill, or I wouldn't have been able to get out of a bad situation without the mobility this build has to offer. The second pro of this build is the build's completion cost. For reference, this build takes around 14,800 gold to be maxed out. And for comparison, the normal Jhin build takes about 16,200 gold to max out. So the movement speed build is a whopping 1,400 gold cheaper. But why does that matter? If you're playing with a team of champions that are stronger early but weaker late in the game, you can run this build in order to quickly take control of the game and push for an early end before the enemy team has time to scale up and match you. And yeah, that just about covers it for why I think this build is viable. But, as always, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and tell me if you have any troll builds you want me to try. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.